What's up, everybody? I just wanted to come on here and give y'all a little update. I know it's been a hot minute since we've gone live. Um, just to give y'all an update, we should be going live within the next few days to a week. I just had to line some stuff out the last month. I had a personal issue I had to take care of, which has already been taken care of. It was a spur of the moment type thing. It involved child custody, but got that taken care of. That's out the way. While that was going on, in the little downtime I was prepping for uh, the whole court thing and everything else, I was working on a new podcast, which is going to be launching very, very soon. It's called Beyond the Unknown. We do have a group for it on Facebook. If you haven't checked that out, go in there and jump on in. Um, that group's going to be related to everything but cryptids. I know there will probably be some exceptions to it if we're having a show and someone pops up with something awesome in the cryptid world. Then yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. But it's going to relate more to conspiracy theories, UFOs, paranormal, all that stuff. One of the topics I wanted to talk about was Chernobyl nuclear power plant, why it blew up, the JFK assassination, stuff like that, you know, and, you know, and I wanted to talk about stuff like that and just have fun with it, because I know we don't get to do that a lot on, of course, Dark was the cryptid channel. Um, but yeah, I try to keep the conspiracy theories out of that and try to keep it more factual if I can. I know sometimes we don't, but this other channel is going to be more to where, if you have a conspiracy theory and, you want to bring it up in the group or, bring it up on one of the shows to talk about it, that is where we can go in, um, all bullshit aside, throw it out there and, just talk about it and have fun with it, I know there's some weird shit out there as far as conspiracy theories. Like right now, the whole uh, one of the theories out there that's floating around is that the 2020 election is fixing to be overturned, and all this shit. And then that's fun stuff to talk to. We can talk politics on here, no problem. So once we launch that, we can do that on that channel. No holds barred. We'll go at it. Um, I just got a few little odds and ends to finish up, and then that channel will launch. It will be on Darkwood's platform on YouTube, so you get two podcasts in one virtually. So be on the lookout for that. It shouldn't be too long before it launches. Another thing I'm fixing to have going on is, well, let me put it to you this way. I put some of my pictures up on the NADP Region 4 group, which I'm a part of. And a couple of days later, the director of that group, which is Art Virus, reached out to me. And he pretty much was asking me questions on what I have going on out there, what I've seen. So we had about an hour conversation, and he was pretty in awe. He pretty much said it sounds like I got a Skinwalker Ranch type thing going on, which kind of do. Not as intense, but we see a little bit of everything out there. I also went through some old footage that I never got to review very good before I got my software, and I went through one of the videos and found a dog man that I missed that was up in the tree. So I, did the still shot, put the circle around it, enhanced it, the size. I didn't put it through no filters or no light spectrums because it was obvious it was there. And I sent it to Art Byers, who was the director of NADP Region 4. And when I sent him that, he wanted to come down and do an investigation on my property. I told him that's fine. We can make it happen. And hopefully, if weather permits this Saturday, because we're supposed to get an ass load of rain like all weekend, and it hadn't really rained hardly any. But hopefully, it holds out Saturday. He can come on down and we can do that investigation. And hopefully, I can video the entire thing and go through the footage and put it up as an episode on here so y'all can see what we seen. I plan on taking thermal and night vision out there. Hopefully we can start late in the afternoon and go into the night and just record. I'm gonna take my 4K camera and my drone out there also in case we need to launch my drone. But hopefully we can get all that done and get this, make it into a nice little episode and let y'all see what we seen out there. And hopefully we can get some good stuff. And that would be the bomb if we did run up on something. But from the sound of Art Virus, he wants to kind of have an encounter. Well, I mean, I've been bluff charged out there before, so I don't want to put no one in that situation. But I mean, if we can do it at a distance and get something to come out the woods, then we may try it. But we'll see what goes on. We'll see what kind of feeling he has when he goes out there. You never know, he may jump on the property and say, to hell with that, I don't want to be out here. So we'll see what goes on with that. One thing I wanted to bring up, and those of you close to me have heard this before, and the ones who don't really know me very well or aren't really close to me have never heard this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it out today. Last year, around mid to late February, I was going to my property. And this was before my dad lived out there. It was just a piece of land before we had our side-by-side out there and everything. I had my feeder in the same spot where it's at now. I was driving on out there to add corn to the feeder. So I drove out there in my truck. And as I pulled up in front of my feeder, I looked out my passenger window, which I could see my feeder, the woods, and there was some foliage. It was just starting to grow back from the cold, so it wasn't real thick. And as I pull up, I look to the right, and what I seen was, and this sounds kind of crazy, but all I seen was like the ass end of what looked like some canine type creatures. And I counted 5 of them, but I never seen the front end. All I seen was midway back. And there was 5. I counted 5 of them. And as I pull up and looked and seen what was there, they took off. And I jumped out, didn't even grab my rifle, had a pistol on my hip, picked up my phone, started recording, ran into the woods, trying to catch what was across the creek. And lo and behold, I think I did a 16-minute video and never, ever caught what ran off. And that video is the very first video on my YouTube channel. There's like no intro or nothing. It's just me like going through the woods, and you can hear me talking, and I explain what I saw. So I've held that to myself for over a year and a half. The only ones that have heard this story is a very select few. So I started researching it. I talked to a friend of mine who's not like a conspiracy theorist, but he believes in Bigfoot and all that stuff. And I was telling him what I saw, and he goes, "Man, it sounded like you seen a dire wolf." I'm like, "Well, shit, dire wolves are extinct." He goes, "Well, there's a lot of animals that are extinct that are still here today." So I did a little research on it. Of course, the only wolves in Texas are the gray wolf and the red wolf. Well, these were white, and they were big. I estimated these, whatever it was, if it was a dire wolf or if it was a dog man, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just know what I seen on the ads in. It looked canine-ish. About from the top of the back down to the ground, I estimate it to be about 4.5 feet. They were huge, and they were on all fours. You could tell they weren't standing straight up. They were on all fours, and when they took off, they were freaking fast. So when they took off, you could hear them like just crashing through the woods. I mean, you can hear all kind of shit breaking. It was loud. At that time, my dad was at the front of the property mowing, so I know he didn't hear anything, and he wears earmuffs on top of that. So I did some research. I found a picture as close as I could to what I saw as far as the back end. I'm fixing to show that to y'all. Let me do a share screen real quick. And this right here looks pretty accurate to what I saw. And I only saw it from here back. The only thing I can say that was different from what I seen is there was like no reddish tint. They were like straight white, like just bleach white. And they had the bushy tail just like this. They had the haunches and stuff on the back I could see, but I never seen the front. All I seen was from midway's back, and that was on all 5 of them. I counted them as they ran off. There was 5 of them running as. All I could see was the ass when they ran away from me, so they took off. I hopped through the woods, and I started, cruising through there, and I never could catch another visual of what ran off. That was a really weird day. I had never seen no shit like that. A white wolf on top of that. I've actually never really seen a wolf in the wild, period. The only thing that comes close to that is the coy wolf I got, and it ain't nowhere near as big as what I seen. So, was it dire wolves? I don't know. All I can tell you is what I saw, and what you're looking at here from midways here on back is what I saw. Like I said, the only difference was it was a lot more white than this here. This looks pretty dingy and dirty, but the ones I seen were like a bleach white. If that makes any sense. If it don't, I don't know what to tell you, but I've held on to this for like a year and a half, trying to figure out what I could have seen, what it could have possibly been. Was it Dogman? I don't know. I don't know. The closest thing that I can actually come to what it was is possibly direwolf. And even then, direwolves are supposed to be extinct. So I don't know. I'm open to suggestions on what maybe y'all might think it is. I did hear a few tree knocks as I got through the woods further towards the end of the video. I don't know if it was related to these or not. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all this quick little encounter I had that I've been holding on for about a year and a half now. A few select few have heard it. I've told a few select few. So, you have any suggestions on what it could be? If you have any more history on Texas and what I do, please put it in the comments. I'm open to hearing what y'all have to say about it. Like I said, I couldn't tell you for sure what it was, but I do know it was canine-ish for sure. 4.5 foot from the ground to the top of the back. So I don't know. But with that, like I said, we're gonna launch the new podcast here. Not long. I just got a little bit to finish up on it. I'm gonna reach out to a few guests for the Darkwoods platform and see if I can find a guest or if you're interested in coming on Beyond the Unknown, man, just shoot me a text or a Facebook message, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, all conspiracy theories and all that stuff with everything else besides cryptids that's way out there, man, it's welcome. Bring it on, man. We'll talk about it and have fun with it. Like I said, we'll also show videos, like the JFK assassination, of course. And I seen an interesting video on that the other day that kind of gave a different perspective to me, and it kind of made sense. So we'll definitely bring that one up. We'll do that once on the new podcast and talk about that, because that was really interesting what they brought up, and it makes a whole lot of sense. So think of your topics, shoot them on to me. If you want to come on, we'll talk about it. And hopefully y'all enjoy the new podcast. It ought to be a lot of fun. I just wanted to give y'all some different content to talk about, because I know we get heavy into the cryptids, and we talk about the woo factor, then we talk about flesh and blood. And right now, a lot of people are real hostile about who's with what, and one side over here not getting along, and it's kind of tiring. So I figured I'd throw something new at y'all, something to where we can, have some healthy dialogue and debate about it back and forth. And, like I said, something that's not proven, neither one of us can be right. Who knows? So check that out. The Facebook group's already up. We're about 75 members in. So go in there and, like I said, post in the group. It's y'all's group too. Post whatever you want in there about conspiracy theories, or whatever you want. Just throw it on in there, man. We'll approve it, and we'll have some fun with the new podcast. So with that being said, check out Darkwoods in the next few days. Be sure to hit that notification bell on YouTube. That way you'll get all notifications for Darkwoods and Beyond the Unknown when it goes live. It'll be on the same channel, so you'll get 2 in 1. So click that bell, share, like, and subscribe. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the group, or join the group, and we will catch y'all later.